We make iconic cars. They have a panache, they have a stance, an elegance, a presence. And those words define our cars, but they also define a James Bond. I'm Marek Reichman, and I'm the Chief Creative Officer for Aston Martin. So I have a brilliant job. I've got a fantastic team. I'm fortunate I do something I absolutely love. I'm passionate about designing things and most of all cars. To get to work in an entertainment world where you're showing your skill and capability of design, but everyone gets to see it in a very different context. And for me, it's just, I pinch myself every day.
Action.
So if I look at my favourites, my highlights from all the cars that I've been involved in, then I've got to look at DB5, because DB5 simply is the icon. The way DB5 is used in Goldfinger, first Bond movie I saw, and how it's then carried through the history of Bond, and we see it in No Time to Die. DBS in Casino Royale, because it really is my first Bond designed car that James Bond was driving, and for me that's one of my favourite movies as well. And then of course DB10, the very first time a car has been ground up designed just for James Bond. If I look at the way we work with Eon, it's a partnership for sure. As soon as one movie is finished, they'll give us a call and say, can we come and see what you might have in the pipeline? See our portfolio and decide that's the product that we want James Bond to be driving.
James!
Okay. So the next movie, No Time to Die, has been another incredible journey. Not just one Aston Martin in No Time to Die, but 4 cars this time. DB5, a classic Aston Martin V8, a DBS Superleggera, and a cameo role for the Valhalla. The cars really are true characters because they help to define the storyline. They help to define the mood of James Bond and what's happening through the storyline, which is also a description of the history of Aston Martin in many ways, because it goes back from 60s, 70s, 80s, current car and the future product. So not only are the cars being used in the movie to describe what's happening to Bond and how the journey of No Time to Die starts and ends, it's also partly the role of Aston Martin through its years and the history of our cars as well. I mean, the way we arrived at the 4 cars for No Time to Die was really working very closely with Cary Fukunaga on the journey, on how the movie was going to be split up and how he wanted each part of the character's journey to be highlighted by the car. I think if I look at Daniel Craig's movies, and they were some of my first cars as the director of design at the time for Aston Martin. And Daniel himself, just in terms of the conversations we've had, he's a lovely guy, brilliant guy, and he's said so many kind words about his relationship as James Bond with Aston Martin. And I have to echo the same. He's been an absolute gent throughout the whole thing. And he's wonderful, he's great. Now, one of my favourite moments was I was sitting in his motorhome, I guess, at Pinewood, and James Bond made me a cup of coffee, He just said, do you want a coffee? I said, yeah, and he made it. So James Bond made me a coffee, and I make his cars.